Hello everybody, like I promised in my page that I will create a dish every week. This week I'm going to create another beautiful dish. I'm actually going to make and twist the recipe. So I'm going to make today croque monsieur. Croque monsieur is a very French dish. It's basically a sandwich, but it's not just a sandwich, it's a yummy sandwich. So I'm going to add my own little Sri Lankan twist into it because we all love our spices as Sri Lankans. So why not add a little bit more spice and punch into it? To start off with, I'm going to add potato devil into my croque monsieur. So potato devil, as we all know in Sri Lankan, it's alatil dala. So it's not going to be the traditional alatil dala or the potato devil. It's going to be my way of potato devil. To start off with, for the potato devil, I will be using onions, cubed potato, chili and mustard seeds. So let's start with doing the potato devil. Heat your pan until it is really hot, and I love to use olive oil, healthy cooking, but you're not gonna see a very healthy dish today. Add olive oil into the pan and wait till it heats up. So as we can see, the pan is very hot right now. So we add our onion. There is 2 whole onions here. We add all the onions into it. Normally in a potato devil we blanch the potatoes, but these are very small cubes, so I'm gonna add the potatoes also into it. There is 2 whole potatoes, 2 big potatoes. So 2 big potatoes into the pan. Mustard seeds, just a little bit. Salt and pepper to taste. And my favorite ingredient, chili flakes. And I'm also gonna add sliced fresh chili just to give a little bit more punch. And some chili powder. We all love our spices. Now you see the spices are coating in the potato, and that's what we want. We want the spices to be coated. We want it to have that punch. We need to have that acidity and that spice, and a perfect, my version of a potato devil for a croque monsieur. So as you could see, I'm adding a little bit water, so that the potatoes cook thoroughly. And I added a little bit of turmeric just for the color. It's nice to have the yellow color in it. So let's keep it reduced by the side while I'm gonna make the bechamel now. So for the bechamel, it's basically a white sauce. So to make a bechamel, we need a roux. A roux is a thickening agent. So to make a roux, it's always equal quantity of flour and equal quantity of butter. So if we take 10 grams of flour, it's always 10 grams of butter. So we put the butter into the hot pan. Right now, I will be using 10 grams of butter. Put it to the hot pan and it will melt slowly. Then I'm going to add 10 grams of flour and I will be whisking it and let the roux cook. If the roux is raw, then it will have a very flour taste in your mouth. So it's very essential to cook the roux. And in the culinary world, we have a white roux, a blonde roux and a brown roux. But right now, what we need is a white roux. So I'm going to teach you how to make a white roux. So as you can see, the butter is slowly melting. When the butter is melted up to this quantity, we add the 10 grams of flour. So it becomes basically like a paste, and this is what we want. And this we are gonna keep on stirring, keep cooking it a little bit so it actually takes off the floury taste. When it is cooked and you can see it has no more butter to absorb, you add the cream. Normally to make a bechamel, it's milk, but I'm gonna use cream because it gives much more a better flavor, and who doesn't like cream anyways. So I use thick cream, about 150 milliliters of thick cream. Do you see the cream is getting thick, and that is because of the roux. So we see a beautiful white sauce. This can be used for a pasta. This can be used for a pizza base. This can be used for many things. So we're gonna season our bechamel sauce with salt, we want a very thick bechamel sauce, not a very running bechamel sauce. So salt, pepper, and the ingredient I'm obsessed with and that is chili powder. Just a little bit. We don't want to make it too spicy now, do we? And that's the bechamel sauce for the croque monsieur. Now we created our two bases for the croque monsieur. Now it's all about assembling and cooking it off in the oven, and we'll get a juicy and cheesy sandwich. And it's not just a sandwich. So to start with, we're gonna take 4 slices of white bread. This is whole grain mustard. If you want, you can use Dijon mustard. I love Dijon mustard, but right now I'm using whole grain mustard. So apply on all 4 slices. Just give your heart full and put it all over the bread. It's always good to have mustard in your bread. And then the essential part of a croque monsieur is the ham. For this, use any ham you like, but I'm using leg ham at the moment. It's fresh, it's beautiful, so I'm gonna just put it on the bread just like that. Just let it fall over. That's what you want, you know, just ham slices falling from your sandwich. Now I'm gonna put the potato. I didn't cook this a lot because we are gonna be cooking this in the oven as well. So al dente, I would say. Just not too raw, not too cooked. Just beautiful potatoes. I am gonna use sliced cheese. So we have any sliced cheese that you can see, and this will melt on the potatoes, which will give a much more juicy flavor. And this, the ham goes on the top. This goes back. I'm sorry. We need to put our bechamel sauce. Oh my goodness, how can we forget that? Just spread it like butter. Keep a lot for the outer layer because that's what is gonna be brown and beautiful. So you can assemble the way you like, and this is what I like and how to assemble it. Potato again. Oh, I can smell the food being so beautiful. And then take the little last, before do that, I will put the bread on the middle before it, just slide it all over. That's what you want it to go all over your sandwich, just like a gratin. The oozing out of that bechamel sauce is what you need. So beautiful. Last but not least, mozzarella cheese all over the top. And this will give that beautiful brown looking sandwich. And don't be selfish with the cheese, just go crazy with it. And my last ingredient, everything I like, the chili, very Sri Lankan. How can we forget our chilies? And this goes into the oven at 200 degrees for 15 minutes. So the final result of the croque monsieur, Sri Lankan croque monsieur, my Sri Lankan twisted recipe. I hope you guys enjoy it. Have a look at this. How good does it look? I can't wait till I dig into it. Where do I start? That cheesy, melting. This is not just a sandwich. This is what you want to have on a Sunday with your family. It feels so good. It's amazing. That spices in it really gives you the punch. I shouldn't talk when my mouth is full. But this recipe, you have to try it, guys, because this is not something you guys want to miss. Bon appetit. See you again next week.